Piers Morgan is a feminist, guys. Piers Morgan believes that a woman can work and raise children at the same time, successfully. That's what Piers Morgan believes. And the reason why he believes this is because of feminism. Feminism has indoctrinated the Western world to think that a woman can do two things at the same time and have a successful outcome. This is false, of course, because if you look at modern day relationships, they don't work. They don't work at all. Your average relationships last less than 3 years. Marriages is on the decline. The nuclear family is literally breaking down before our eyes. Modern day relationships don't work. Feminism got it wrong. Now, Mr. Piers Morgan believes that a man who believes in providing for a woman is misogynistic. A man who believes that a woman should stay at home and raise the kids and he provides everything on the financial side and protects her, he believes that's misogynistic behavior. This is why I say he's a feminist. Because that's exactly what feminism believes in. All right. So basically, Piers Morgan, we are reacting to part 1, Piers Morgan versus Andrew Tate in Romania. And Piers Morgan reads a tweet from Andrew Tate that he believes is misogynistic. And so we're going to be reacting to that. And yeah, let's go. Without further ado, let's go.
The reason I read all that in detail was, I don't think you understand quite how that comes over. Because I think that is the purest definition of misogyny I've probably ever read.
Well, I don't think you understand. One, especially when I'm talking about the fact that women can't handle what men can do, etc. One, it's slightly sarcastic. There's a sarcastic tone.
So do you mean any of this?
I mean all of it. Any woman I'm with, I will provide for because I
no
want to
woman
protect
should
her.
work. They should spend all day beautifying themselves for you, right? And they might get promoted to wife. Your job is being my girlfriend.
Correct.
There are hundreds of millions of women around the world who do a good day's work, who still manage to be a very good wife or partner.
Agreed,
right?
completely. But
if that was true, we wouldn't see the nuclear family breaking down. If that was true, we wouldn't see modern relationships going down the toilet. So he's absolutely wrong. Are there exceptions to the rule? Perhaps, but for most people, no, it's definitely not working. So I don't know what he's talking about.
But it's my
So
life.
why would you encourage a whole generation of young men? I mean, I've got to be honest, since our last 2 interviews, before you were arrested, I would say every single day I have young men, teenage boys, maybe early 20s, coming up to me asking about you. Yep. It's gone on every day since I interviewed you. I'm very aware of your reach. I'm very aware of your influence. And whenever I've been asked about you, they say, what do you think of him? I said, I don't really know. I find myself agreeing with 60 to 70% of the things you say. And I do, because I think a lot of the stuff you say about empowering young men to be confident, to work out, to take care of themselves.
To have enough money to not force their woman to work.
Right, well, that's the bit. That's the bit where, when you stray into that kind of language, particularly in detail, where you reveal what you're really thinking.
What do you want them to work hard for? If Andrew Tate is advocating for men to get in shape and work hard, what do you think the byproduct of that is? It's money. It's the ability to provide, which is the role of a man, which is to protect and provide. That's why the man works hard. That's why he takes care of himself, and so on and so forth. That's the reason why. And that's the problem and that's the bit that Piers Morgan seems to have a problem with.
Feel what you're really thinking. The kind of pathetic, soulless life you want for these women. Where does it allow for being a mother, for example?
Absolutely.
How does a mother of your children manage to find time for being a mother in this routine of love and devotion to you?
How does having a job give her time to be a mother? This gives her all the time in the world to be a mother.
Exactly. He shot himself in the foot there. Piers Morgan shot himself in the foot there. How is it that you're doing 2 jobs, because raising a child is a full-time job? How is it you working and taking care of a child gives you time to be a mother? Seriously. Like, he literally shot himself in the foot. foolish man for saying that. God.
To be a mother. One, it's slightly sarcastic, firstly.
What do you mean?
Well,
Do you mean
can tell by the tone.
Do you mean you don't mean it?
No, I mean it.
Well, which
but it's slightly sarcastic.
Well, sarcasm
for
means
comedic effect.
sarcasm means you don't mean it.
No, I mean it. But it's slightly
Well, you
sarcastic.
either mean it or you don't. It's either sarcastic or it's not.
I mean every single word.
But this is the conundrum with you.
Nah, you can make a joke out of something and say it and mean it at the same time. You can say something sarcastically and mean it. What is he talking about? It's like it's like Piers Morgan is all over the place.
Andrew,
sarcastic.
this is the conundrum with you, right?
It's not a conundrum. If you'd let me explain, it's not a conundrum at all.
You tweet,
and also,
you
would be
tweet
very
this.
interesting. I tweeted this out. I get thousands of women
Yeah.
begging me, inboxing me, saying, finally a man who understands he needs to provide for a woman so she can be her best self.
Right.
This is exactly the kind of life that will allow women to
There
become a
are
mother.
definitely women that will absolutely love to be
So why don't you
treated like
are they
this.
misogynists?
No, but what I think they are.
What do you mean there are definitely women who would like to be treated like this? All women would like to be treated like this. All women would like to have someone that can provide fully for them so that they can concentrate on nurturing, taking care of the children, being a mother.
They're people who just basically, it's the old sugar daddy thing, right? They want to have a rich guy who's going to pamper them and take care of them. They don't have to do a day's work. They just have to make
Being
themselves
a good partner
look
is
good
a
for
day's
you.
work.
Well, so you say.
He's trying to insult the women. He's trying to say that the women that want a man that fully provides for them is equivalent to women who want sugar daddies. Is equivalent to women who sell themselves, sell themselves to sugar daddies. It's like, bro, this is. All throughout human history, that's how things have always operated. It's called gender roles. The man protects and provides, and the woman takes care of her role as a mother, as someone who can give birth and who can take care of the children. That's always been. That's the gender roles. What is he talking about? For you to call those women, for you to compare them to women who want sugar daddies, like that's damn near. Women that prostitute themselves. It's like he's a feminist. He's a feminist, guys. I'm reacting to this so that you can see the feminism ideology working. All right, working.
But it also, the language that you use here seriously diminishes women who do work. You make them out to be, well, you're not doing your job as a partner or wife. You should be doing your job, which is just to devote yourself to his pleasure and making him happy.
Well, it's actually interesting you say that, because I'll put a lot of the fault of this on men. Let's if you want to gender the argument, let's do that. I think that a lot of the reason why women can't live this life, if they so choose, if you're a woman who decides to work, then go to work. I don't care. But if you're a woman who decides she wants to retire, it's because she can't find a man who could provide for her at this level. Do you think when a woman marries a billionaire that she wants to go get a job in Starbucks? Because in my experience, when they marry extremely successful men, they don't want a job. I'm sure Ronaldo's wife isn't begging to go work in IKEA.
Actually,
No.
Ronaldo's wife works very hard.
She works for herself, which is different.
And her family.
Of course,
Yeah.
which is different.
She's a hard-working woman. Actually.
Absolutely, because being a fantastic partner and having a bunch of children is a bunch of hard work. And she also...
Guys, I'm going to end it there, but you get the gist. Basically, Piers Morgan is a feminist. Ronaldo's wife works because she feels like it. That's it. She does not have to work. Ronaldo's got enough money for her to sit at home and literally just give him children. So if she works, is because she chooses to work. It's not because she necessarily has to work. And most women would prefer to have a man that fully provides for them. And if a man is unable to fully provide for a woman, and they find themselves in a situation where a woman has to work part-time, for example, then the job of a man is to get to the position where he can fully provide for his women. All right? Doing two jobs at the same time is literally you're not going to do a good enough job as a mother if you are also working at the same time. It is way too stressful. It is way too much. So yeah, I did this reaction so that you guys can see Feminism. So you guys can see how feminism ideology operates in mainstream media. All right, what you're seeing there is, I want you guys to be able to identify feminism when you see it, when you hear it. All right, and what you're seeing right now is that Piers Morgan is someone who definitely believes in feminism, because everything that he's advocating for is literally what feminism advocates for. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. All right, peace.